sports. It's the Eastern Conference quarterfinals and a series that's all knotted up in one apiece. Stan, one thing you have to appreciate about these two squads is how energetic and athletic they are.
Yeah, look, even in a league of elite athletes, these teams stand out. The pace is going to be pushed tonight, so that remarkable stamina is going to be tested on both sides.
Here's Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Orlando with the ball. And Caro outside. Here's Bain. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Well, if you overplay Bain on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Thompson finds Robinson. For three, here's Harris. Orlando with the rebound. Outside Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Suggs. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Look, Suggs knows how to assert himself inside. You give him a lane and he will attack.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Robinson for three. And he buries his first look.
Robinson not afraid to let it fly from deep. You gotta get out on him.
Oh, man, Caro throws it down.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Duran, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Wagner. And he can't get that one. Nice D from Thompson. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Outside Robinson. The three. And it's Bain with the rebound. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Banchero. And he makes it. Banchero's got 6.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's Duran. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Silva's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Suggs. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Wagner outside. Pass to De Silva. Fires the three. Detroit with a rebound. What an impressive regular season they've been having, getting to 60 wins.
When you talk about magic numbers for a team, 60 wins means you're having an historic year. In fact, we've had stretches longer than 5 years without any team winning 60. So it's really hard to do.
And it's in there. He's gotten his second bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Good.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. Here's LeVert. And he buries his first look.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
Here's De Silva. He's checked by LeVert. De Silva, no good. Herter from long range. The shot that time, not on target. Gets it off. Bain. Ooh, he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Detroit on top, up by 1. And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from Detroit, what do you guys think?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Orlando moving the ball around. And Carroll against LeVert. They get it back. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando. And Banchero, no good on that one. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Brian?
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Pass to De Silva. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Herter.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Now Black. Herter defending. Suggs outside. This one for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Left side Herter. Lets it go from deep. Misses again, now 0 for 3. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for De Silva, and it's Bain in for Black. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Tobias Harris checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for LeVert. Robinson, he's checked in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. The 3-ball, no problem for Cade.
Well, as a defense, you have to expect Cunningham to take those. He's not shy at the arc.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Suggs. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Holland. Lets the 3 fly. No good there. Orlando has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Robinson with it. He's picked up by Bain. Launches it. Duncan Robinson, that one's good. Robinson's got 6.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And Caro, no good. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second.
Yeah, that was nice recognition by Robinson.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Suggs. Give him 8.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Harris's shot is good.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Wagner looking it over. Sinks the trade. And the Magic lead by 5. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Orlando ahead. They lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
First half of this postseason contest, and it hasn't been a great game so far for the Detroit Pistons.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense, paging the defense.
Checking out the circumstances for the Orlando Magic. They were able to take. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Ant.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Robinson for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get that.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. From 7 feet away. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
And while they've continued to progress into an elite defense, the Magic knew they had to improve offensively.
And balancing a roster is tricky, B.A. You don't want to lose that defensive identity, but you got to give up something to get something back.
Oh, got that one up quick. Bane's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, Bane is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
And here's Cunningham outside. Oh, Cunningham with an answer 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For Orlando, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Suggs with the bucket.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Wagner for 3, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And that's big for Wagner's confidence when he's connecting from deep, especially in these answer 3 situations.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Black's checked in for Suggs. And a switch here also for Detroit. Jenkins is checked in for Cade Cunningham. Orlando has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. And Wagner gets it to go.
Well, Wagner can be a scoring machine, especially when his team is doing a good job of getting him looks.
Here's Jenkins. That one's off. Still out of sync. Orlando leading by 4. Wagner finds Bain. Here's Banchero. Back to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. And again! It's the Magic from deep.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front, and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Wagner with it. Now Thompson defending. There's the triple. Duran with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And there's Thompson on the assist by Harris. Thompson's got 6.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Pass to Banchero. Wagner against Thompson. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wagner.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Here's Jenkins. Here's Robinson. Guarded by Bain. No good on the triple. It's been all about Franz Wagner for the Magic, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Shots good by Black.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
De Silva with the bucket.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Pistons trail by 6. Outside Herter. Cunningham outside. Pass to Herter. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now here's Black. Soft touch off the glass. Black's got 5 points in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Look at who's out there now for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Mataze. Paolo Banchero comes in for De Silva. And it's Bain in for Black. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Jalen Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Herter. And it's Robinson in for Jenkins. Banchero drives. Oh, the finesse with the floater. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D up out there."
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, the corner is a great spot for Harris. He works to get open over there.
Payne outside. Wagner fires. No good from 3. Pistons trail by 9. Thompson attacking. Jams it home.
The athleticism of Thompson is showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Cunningham looking it over. Let's loose for 3. The triple drops.
Well, in these big moments, Cunningham really wants the ball.
Orlando leading by 4. Payne outside. Jalen Suggs. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Harris. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
What a play by Harris. When he's called upon by his squad, he rises to the occasion.
And that one misses. Orlando has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Suggs! Can't hit it.
Muscling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Here's Harris. To take the lead. The 3 ball is down.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Here's Wagner. For 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, we talk about icing his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot. Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And Carroll fires! Oh, the long ball, no good! And it's Detroit with the ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson.
And they do have a foul to give if needed.
Trailing by 2.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get 1 shot at this. They need to make it count.
Cunningham against Suggs. Counted!
Big-time bucket to put him in front. Now they've got to put everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get 1 shot at this. They need to make it count.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. And this is a critical win for them. They grabbed the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has...